Look at this funky thing. This is not a flashlight, this is the Wuben ECL, which stands for Easy Carry Light apparently. Now when you're crawling around in an engine bay or underneath the car, you really need some good lighting. So I've become a little obsessed with flashlights and work lights, and anything that has a unique design, I'm really interested to check out. And this thing definitely looks like it's going to be unique. Can't wait to get this open and check her out. Thanks for using Wuben. That kind of rhymes. Well, the box is definitely interesting. And yeah, look how tiny this thing is. I'm actually surprised. I don't know why I was expecting something bigger, but yeah, look at this. Wow, okay, it feels like very dense compared to its size. The whole body of this thing is some nice aluminum. It's obviously anodized, and I don't know, it just has like a nice feel to it. Check out what else it comes with here. Has a little tiny charging cable and a lanyard. And also a key ring. That's kind of interesting. Where would the key ring go? Like right here, I guess? Well, I guess that's to put the lanyard on. Interesting. Not sure I would put the lanyard on this guy, because as you can see, the base of it is magnetic. I think the lanyard might actually interfere with, you know, sticking it onto stuff. So this little slider design is kind of interesting. You push it all the way up and it exposes the charging port. But if you just have just the charging port covered, it actually turns the light on. And then of course like that locks it again. That's a pretty clever design. So this little push button on the side will turn it on, and it looks like it's in low. Wow, yeah, you turn this little dial and it cranks up the light. Oh, and I guess it gives you that flash to let you know whenever it's all the way bright. It does look pretty bright, doesn't it? Let me turn it right down to low. Wow, that's really low. Interesting. And what's also really cool is like this head will swivel. It swivels like a full 180 degrees. Isn't that wild? So you have two basic methods to attach this thing to something. Like I said, you have a little magnetic base plate there, but then you also have this clip on the side. And what's neat about this clip is that it'll actually move. You kind of have to pull the clip forward and then it'll rotate like that. And then it clicks back into place. It's kind of neat. And it'll go on either side of the light here. The clip feels plenty springy, and it's got this little plastic little knobby thing on it. That'll definitely help hold it in position on whatever you clip it to, especially when you have it on the side like this, because it drops down into this detent. Like you clip that onto something and it's gonna press like whatever you clip it into that detent and really hold it firmly. That's a nice design. But yeah, it's this little head, that's just so cool. So yeah, one press of the button turns on the main light, and you can hold it and it'll switch over to this RGB light here. Maybe I should turn the overhead off so you can see here. It goes through the full like RGB spectrum. Isn't that kind of neat? I'm sure the camera is trying to overcompensate for the colors, you know, but yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, and I guess it remembers what you had it on, whether it was the RGB light or the white light, because if you turn it off and turn it back on, it'll come back on with the RGB, so you have to do a hold press, and it gets the white light back on. And turn that up bright all the way, and see if it changes the RGB at all. No, that doesn't change the RGB brightness. The RGB brightness, I guess, is fixed. But yeah, turn that back on. But yeah, I have no other light on in here right now. All you have is just the light from the flashlight, and yeah, you can see it's pretty dang bright. Take a look at the back of the box here. It says it's got a max lumens of 400 and a 50-minute runtime at 400. The RGB light is 10 lumens, it'll run for 9 hours. The red-blue flash, which we'll check out in a minute, is 10 lumens, it'll run for 25 hours. Red-green flash, a red-yellow flash, and then beacons. Here it explains the operations. Like I said, you press it once to turn the light on and off. You hold it to switch between the RGB light and the white light. Oh, and I guess you can do a double press to put it in turbo mode. Let's try that out. Well, that double press just turned on the little red-blue blinky light. That's kind of funny. Wee-oo, wee-oo, wee-oo. Double pressing again, switched it to the red and green. And I guess the other one was the red and yellow. But how do you turn that off? Go off. And just a single press turns that back off. So maybe you need to have it on, and then once you have it on, you do a double, there you go. There's the turbo. Yeah, that's pretty bright. And again, this swivel head, I just think that's cool. That's just the coolest. Here, this complicated little picture explains the RGB light and the beacons. Let's plug it in to charge and see what happens. When you plug it in, a little red light appears right here. I'm guessing that just goes green whenever it's done. Oh, sorry, it goes blue when it's done. Okay, so if you just hold down the button, it'll actually show you the state of charge. I think that means that the blue light stays on for 5 seconds, that it's at least 90% charged. If it stays on for half that time, it's less than 90%, and then if it's red, it's down to like 40%. Yeah, and you can see here on my little USB meter, it's only showing at 0.48 amps, so I don't think this thing fast charges. Yeah, we can see how strong the magnet is here, and well, maybe it's not that strong. It'll definitely hold on to something hanging straight down like that, but kind of tilt it up sideways, kind of wants to fall off. Try it on a different piece of metal just to see if that makes a difference. No, it doesn't. Normally magnets stick like really good to this thing. See what I mean? You want your work lights to really be able to hold on, you know, because you're gonna put them in all sorts of like weird positions. And if this thing doesn't really do that, yeah, a little bit of a bummer. I don't know if they can do anything to increase the strength of this magnet down here, but that's something Wuben needs to look into, because other than that, I'm actually super impressed with this light. I just wish the magnet was stronger, because you know I'm going to be slapping it onto body panels or something like inside an engine bay. You know, another interesting thing I noticed is that this has little slots on the side of it down here on the base. I kind of wonder if that's designed for something to slide on there. You know, this would like slide into something and like grip it good and tight. That's curious. Yeah, I don't know if they make any accessories for this thing. I also wonder if you can pry out this little magnetic piece in here and maybe stick in a better magnet, I don't know. I like how the head of this thing has this little caution hot symbol. It kind of has like some cooling fins built in on the back of it, which is nice, but yeah, I bet you these LEDs get screaming hot if you have them turned up all the way. But speaking of engine bays, we can take a look and see how it looks inside the 4C here. This is up all the way bright, and as you can tell, it's actually kind of washing out the camera a little bit. Let me turn it down. So that's all the way down on low, and as you can see, it actually looks pretty darn good. Turn it up a little bit. You know, this thing kind of has like an infinite, you know, range, so I can't really tell you if I'm like on low, medium, or high, but you know, if that's like low, which, you know, you can still see things, that's impressive, right? But here's just a little bit higher than low, and yeah, that's actually pretty good. You can definitely see around in here like really well. And it's nowhere near the highest setting. That's pretty darn cool. And yeah, it's completely pitch black in the garage right now. Again, this is the lowest setting. Kind of looking at the wheels here. If I brighten it up all the way. Here it is on the brightest setting, and just kind of looking around the garage a little bit. It lights up the room pretty well. That's really impressive for something so small, isn't it? And it even lights up the back wall of the garage too. You can clearly see all my junk. So let me turn it down. You see it going down to low. And there you go, that's the lowest setting. Yeah, and on the lowest setting, it doesn't really illuminate anything far away. You can still see the closer side of the wall of the garage there. And here, I'll slowly bring it back up. There you go, that's full brightness again. Man, this thing puts out some impressive light, doesn't it? Okay, I'm gonna do a press and hold, and we can see the RGB light. Wow, creepy. That's pretty funny. I'm gonna turn it off. I'm gonna do the double tap there, and here we have our little flashy modes. There you go, there's the cop mode. If I had any gripe at all with that, is that the magnet just isn't that strong. And there's gotta be a fix for that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, because yeah, this thing would actually be an outstanding little work light. And just look how small it is. I mean, the thing is 2.5 inches long by like 1.5 inches wide. Oh, and that's funny, it sticks to the tape. It sticks to things when you don't want it to stick to things. And it's like just barely 1/2 inch thick. Man, that's impressive. It is like super compact. And I'm just like really digging the swivel head design. Well, anyway, I'll leave a link for it down in the description below if you want to get one for yourself. I do think I'm going to recommend this thing. We just got to do something about that magnet, you know. Well, bye. Thanks for watching. Wee-oo, wee-oo, wee-oo. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop. Wee-oo, wee.